Hello everyone, welcome to another lesson from Tutors, and in today's lesson I'm going to be going over a problem regarding supply and demand. So you're likely going to be seeing these types of problems a lot in your economics class, so it's good to know how to solve them. So starting off, we can see here, causality is something important to think about, and it's the relation of cause and effect. So pretty much in economics, one thing is pretty much gonna cause something else to happen. So i.e., like in this example, um, suppose the price of gasoline increases, how would this affect the market equilibrium price and quantity of cars? So like the cause is the gasoline price increasing, and the effect would be on the equilibrium quantity of cars. But so when you're solving a problem like this, it's important to think through these four steps. Obviously, if as you do more and more, these kind of just come to your head right away. You don't have to like write it out or anything. But for this one, we're gonna take a look at the non-price determinant. So we pretty much just use this to determine what changes. So as you can see, the price of gasoline here is going to change, but we're looking at how it affects the price and quantity of cars. So you would want to draw like a supply and demand graph of cars, the market for cars, like before all this happens. So I don't have a picture of that, but it's just a simple supply and demand graph with the supply of cars and demand of cars intersecting at an equilibrium price and quantity. So next, you can see there you got to think about if there's a change in demand or a change in supply. So if you think about the price of gasoline increasing, how does that really affect the price and quantity of cars? Like, is it the demand for cars going to change or the supply of cars going to change? Well, if you think about it, gasoline and cars are complements because they pretty much they need each other. And if the price of one goes up, then as you know, from the elasticity video, then the demand for others is going to go down because it's a complement. So it's actually going to affect the demand side for the market of cars. And next, you're gonna do your changes to the graph after you shift the demand curve out, which you're gonna see in the next slide. Uh, it's difficult to determine where how much exactly to shift without like solid numbers. So you're just gonna like model it in a way where it just shows it shifting. Same thing with equilibrium quantity. Both of them change as the demand curve shifts, and it's not exactly like a shift along the curve. The whole curve moves to the left or the right. So as we just discussed in step one, you're gonna just draw the regular graph here. So for supply and demand for cars, and and then you're determining the non-price determinants, which is between gas and cars that are complements in demand. So you know it really affects the demand side. So step two, with the aid of a diagram, indicate whether demand and or supply has increased or decreased by shifting the appropriate curve. So from here we can see the price of gas will decrease. Increase in the price of gas will decrease the demand for cars, and that makes sense because they're complements. If you think about it, in the real world, if the price of gas suddenly like doubled, you would expect to see less people wanting to buy a car. So overall, on the right side, we can shift our demand for cars to the left, as you can see here. So the original equilibrium quantity would be P star and Q star, and now since supply is not affected, it stays the same. Demand shifts to the left, reducing equilibrium price to P1 and equilibrium quantity sold to Q1. So now you can see from here the change in equilibrium price has gone down as well as the change in equilibrium quantity. And that's always going to be the case for demand shifting to the left. Same thing if demand shifts to the right, price and quantity are both going to go up. So overall, as you can see, a decrease in demand for cars pretty much just shifts the demand curve to the left. And this just sums up what I just said. So I hope this was helpful. This is like the basic process that you're going to be doing in your head. I know I might have overcomplicated it, but as you do more and more practice, this stuff will come more and more easily to you, and you will no longer have to really think through this process as carefully. You can just say, "Oh, I know that these are complements and demand. So let's say the price of one goes down, then the other it's going to affect the other good in a way where the demand goes up. That means demand curve shifts to the right. That means price increases and quantity sold increases. So that's all I have for you guys today. I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have any questions, leave them in the comments, and we will try to get back to you.